know something that, and I have to do a mea culpa. I put my hands up. Scott, you'll need to do the same, mate. We saw the team sheet. The whole press room almost collapsed in disappointment. There were heads and hands. There were people shaking their heads, saying, "What's he done? What this feels the exact same as it felt before we played the Czech Republic in the opening game of Euro 2020/2021. The exact same feeling that we got before the game against Germany in Munich, where you're looking at the team sheet and you're thinking, what have you done? Why are you doing this? Why are you taking out the players that might be able to control the midfield? Why are you not playing the one guy that we've got that looks like he could grow into being, our version of Gareth Bale, a match winner at this level?" There were people, honestly, and there was actually a bit of anger in that room, I have to tell you, Daniel, with people thinking, right, this is it. If he blows this tonight, then, the gloves are coming off. And I've got to tell you, this is what I'm saying. We surely have to reach the point at some point. I know that Steve Clarke has judged it wrongly on occasion, and these two occasions in particular. And I remember the previous visit to Denmark, to Copenhagen to play against Denmark, when he picked a team presumably sitting in his office with two pencils stuck up each nostril and a pair of underpants in his head. I think it was Andy Robertson was playing right back. You looked at it and thought, that's an absolute mess. And we got what we deserved that night, which was a sound beating. So there have been instances of that. But more often than not, over these years, Steve Clarke, where he's got it wrong, he's quickly put it right. He knows what he's doing, guys, and he knows it better than we know it. And there was a reason behind every decision that he made the other night. And do you know what I actually admire him, Daniel? I admire him because he knows that wasn't the easy choice. The easy choice was you play Billy Gilmour and you play Ben Doak. And then if it doesn't work, people say, oh, well, at least it's not the manager's fault. It's not on the manager. It was just Denmark or better. Whatever the feeling is. But he, by picking that team, put his head right up in the chopping block. He's basically saying, come and have a kick at me, but I'm making these decisions because I genuinely believe that this gives our team the best chance to get the result required against this particular opponent. That's brave. People don't like him for it, but you've got to admire him from it, even if it's grudgingly, even if it's through gritted teeth. He's making decisions, putting his own popularity, his own reputation on the line, because he firmly believes that by doing that, Scotland's chances of getting results increase and Scotland's chances of getting to a World Cup improve. And surely, guys, that's what everybody out there is crying out for. It's been so long. We just need to get there. Now, one point in Copenhagen, maybe some people out there, his critics, will look at it and say, well, if you'd been more adventurous, if you'd played Ben Doak, it could have been 3. I'm sure there will be people saying that. I'll take the point. I think most of us would have taken the point. I'll take another 3 tomorrow. Thank you very much. That'd be 4 points from 2. And then I'm going to look forward to Greece and Belarus, both at Hampden. And if we can beat the Greeks in game 3 of this group, having got to a position where we'll get 4 points from the first 2 games, then beat Greece at Hampden and beat Belarus, take 6 from 6 against them, what a position you're in going into the final round. And Steve Clarke might just pull this out the fire for Scotland yet again. And by the way, become the first manager in our country's history to qualify for 3 tournaments. Never been done before.
It's a brilliant start.
And I think we've got a great chance.
Ultimately, Daniel, it's about the end result. If Scotland get to the World Cup, of course you'll look back at the start of this campaign and think Steve Clarke got it absolutely spot on. But see if you miss out on a couple of points or you're losing a playoff or whatever, as Jacko says, the Steve Clarke cynics will look back and think that Denmark game was there for the taking. If we'd have taken 3 points, because I didn't think Denmark were great the other night, I have to be honest. They weren't as good as I expected, so people will look back if you don't make it and say that was your chance. And without wanting to be pessimistic, because I agree with just about everything Jacko says there, my only slight fear is that I think recently, maybe only in the last year or so, Scotland to me look a better team away from home than they are at home. And it slightly worries me, that Greece game at Hampden. I mean, as Jacko says, that's going to be absolutely crucial. If we get these 4 points in the bag, that next game is just going to be so important in terms of qualification. Certainly not to get beat. And we're for them at Hampden of late. isn't great. I know there's a few friendlies thrown in there, but the record isn't great at Hampden. We almost need to kind of learn how to win there again. And look, maybe it'll come just because the fact it is a World Cup qualifying campaign. No, hopefully it'll have been a positive start. The Tartan Army, the fans will be right up for it again. The thoughts of going to America next summer. It's obviously this shortened qualification group, so it's really intense. But we need to learn to win at Hampden again and be a force. The way we were in the Euro 2024 qualifying campaign, we were beating Spain in the like.